Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. So today I am coming to you with a really interesting book. It is called Mermaid by Carolyn Turgeon. So this book was super tiny up at my library. I saw it like on the top shelf. It was like so little, but I saw the word mermaid and I love mermaids. So I picked it up and it turned out to be really, really good. So I can't wait to get into this review. I hope you like it. This book is basically about a princess and a mermaid and a prince, like in the original Little Mermaid. So it's basically a retelling of the original story. It's not about like Ariel and the Disney version. Instead, it has a very realistic, if there is such a thing, mermaid in it and a princess. Kind of, well, I was going to say she's living by the sea, but she's not living by the sea. I'll explain. So Linnea is the mermaid, and the princess name is Marguerite, I believe, but I'm just going to call her Marg because I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. So anyways, Linnea, being a mermaid, lives very deep under the sea. They live basically at the bottom, and it's in a very cold part of the ocean. It doesn't exactly say where or even if it's on Earth. It just leads you to believe that it is. So, anyways, they live at the bottom of the sea, but on their 18th birthday, every mermaid gets a glance of the upper world. So she gets to go swim to the upper world, and basically she sees this prince drowning. And it's not a spoiler that he's a prince. Like, if you've read the real Little Mermaid, like, you would know that she saves the prince. But anyways, she takes him to shore and instantly falls in love with him. So it seems like in this book that mermaids aren't quite as rational about love, she falls in love a little bit differently than a human would. Or maybe she fully doesn't understand love. But anyways, you still like the character, or I did, even though she kind of instantly just fell in love with this guy she didn't even get to talk to. She just saved him. And anyways, the princess Marg sees this happening. She's at a convent at the moment because her father sent her there because their kingdom has apparently been having threats from a different kingdom. So he sent his daughter away to keep her safe at this convent by the sea, and she sees this mermaid bring a man up, and she did not know that mermaids existed. They aren't really talked about anymore because it's apparently like um, I don't know, it's against their religion to talk about mermaids. Apparently you would be like talking about a goddess or something. But anyway, she's just a mermaid and she brings this man, and Marguerite thinks that it's like for a reason that she's meant to have this prince. So it basically goes from there, and the story gets really interesting because Linnea wants to come to shore, of course, to find the man that she saved, and also Marg believes that she should have this man. So even though the princess and the mermaid, they do get along, they have a conversation, they are still kind of rivals. So I really love this. The way that it was written was beautiful. The only complaint I have is I felt a little bit distant from some of the characters. I felt like I was a fly on the wall watching this happen and not getting all the information, but it was still so beautifully written that I could get over that easily. So basically, in Linnea's part of the story, it's half written from Linnea's point of view and half written by Mark's point of view. So Linnea's chapters, I think, were the most beautiful just because she's underwater a lot of the time. And the sea, like the way that Carolyn writes about the sea, is so, so beautiful. It is just lovely. The way she writes about the creatures under the sea and the way she writes about mermaids makes them seem so different from humans, more fish than human, like you can almost believe that there are mermaids under the sea just because of the way she writes about them. And God, it was beautiful. Thank you, Carolyn. If you ever somehow hear of this video, thank you, because this is awesome. And by the end of the story, I was completely happy. There's a twist, of course. It's not exactly like the original Little Mermaid. And also, I don't want to leave out the princess. Her chapters were also super interesting, and I liked her as a character. So I wish that the book could have been longer, but I mean, it makes sense that it's short because it's already a story that's written. It's a retelling, but still, it was super, super great. And if you love mermaids like I do, I would encourage you to pick this up because it was just so cute and beautiful. So yeah, that is my review of The Mermaid. It was really great. I keep saying that. I've said that like 50 times. I need to stop. I'm sorry. I'm a record player. Bye.